Justification for Reincarnation and the Law of Cause and Effect. In chapters 5 and 6, you will learn something very useful about a controversial topic that has not been properly discussed by many writers for reasons which will be explained more fully here. It is indeed whether reincarnation has a divine backing. Several books have been written by writers, not only on Kabbalah, but other schools that are interested in mental science. It is that the first Kabbalist who must have been inspired included it because of it, logical considerations, but maybe because he shows how just our Creator has been, which we can easily see from the reason given. One thing I must explain is that the scriptures were first written by various authors, and later on collated and brought together to give us the Bible. Anyone who has read the history of the Bible knows that there have been several editions. First, there was a collection of many books, some of which were later dropped only to be brought back in a subsequent edition, until we now have 39 books in the Old Testament and 27 in the New Testament. While this was going on, there were strong reasons for arriving at a number and equally strong reason for dropping some. And this being a human exercise cannot be said to be absolute divine authority. Many of you reading these words may have had cause to compare yourself with others, and in the process realize that while things have been working well for you, the same thing cannot be said about others or vice versa. Even identical twins may grow up together, eat the same type of food, attend the same institution of learning, do similar exercises and interact with almost the same person at all times, only to find eventually that they differ in their performances and achievements, either in the same profession or different profession. There is a saying that we are equal in the sight of God, our Creator. But to us human beings, it is apparent that we end up in different professions or occupation, which may be seen as law of nature, based on the need for us to differ in line with the saying that variety is the source of life. The variety that life provides often goes too far when we realized that some persons are born to be very rich while others remain paupers, all their lives even if they labored or work very hard in their pursuit of their goals. Some are born cripples or blind, and therefore they do not have the ability to use their senses in any way. Some are born to be kings or queens, while others remain beggars, court jesters, or laborers. There are very many examples to illustrate the many inequalities in life, that we cannot go anywhere in the world where there are not such inequalities. And yet we have often heard quotations from scriptures that we are equal. Whether this inequality is for this life or the life after, it is difficult to say. We are always inclined to wonder why there is so much different everywhere we go. While developing my thoughts about this topic, the number of cases of inequalities in life was so large that I found it difficult to choose which example to use, because to do that would require many hours of writing to produce many voluminous books, which may be so many that there may not be any persons willing to read them, especially in this age IT. Before proffering my well-articulated thought on reincarnation, it is necessary to tell you that our Creator has a mind that cannot be compared with the minds of all humans living on Earth put together today. But each human being has a tendency to feel that he has a reasoning mind that is better than that of any other human being. That is why in any conference you attend, you will discover that every topic of discussion takes an usually long period of time before any conclusion or consensus is reached. The bottom line in this chapter has to do with the numerous inequalities in life, despite the fact that biologically we have the same structures, and to show that there are many excellent reasons why we have to pass through many births and lifetimes to reach an ideal point of no return. At the end of the argument in chapter 6, you will see clearly why your soul has reached a certain level of perfection before it is finally absolved for a future that is now beyond our understanding. There are many verses in the scripture which confirm that the topic of our discussion here, which is reincarnation, recalls many times to warrant his acceptance by every child of God. As already pointed out, many books have been written which quote many verses to imply or confirm the justification for incarnation. Even in logic, there are very many reasons why we must accept the necessity for us to pass through many experiences present and unpresent before we are accepted for absorption in the divine minds. Rest assured that this chapter will be more meaningful to you only if you read chapter 6 with an open mind. There have been some argument that to have an open mind is dangerous because of it. Openness to suggestion that may cause confusion and disillusionment. but the fact that we are all benefiting from or enjoying the product of science developed by open minds shows clearly the superiority of the open mind over the close mind, which is like standing still, that is, not moving at all. In this chapter, you have learned that inequalities in life, which will be explained in the next chapter, makes it necessary for us to live many lifetimes so as to acquire the necessary experiences that will enable us reach the level of perfection necessary before absorption into the divine minds or soul or our final destination.